Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ollie in Depth. My name is Charles Bear, I'm a product manager in Google Cloud, and today I'd like to talk to you about log field analytics. This is a new feature in cloud logging. Welcome to What's New in Cloud Logging. Today I'll be covering the log field analytics, or Logs Explorer. This is the Logs Explorer in the Cloud Logging UI. Today I want to call your attention to the log field pane over here on the left-hand side. You can see that there are a list of fields as well as the values associated with those fields. For example, the severity is a field here, and it has two values, debug and info. And in the log entries that match our query today, we have a total aggregated number of 2,864 and then 712 in info. Similarly, for any of these other fields and the values associated with them, you can see the number of log entries that are associated with each. This makes it really nice because you can break down the number of log entries by the values that you have. We provide these by default out of the box. When you select a resource label, we will automatically display the list of values here. Now, one of the requests that we've heard is to be able to use your own values to break down the log entries here. So what we've added is something what we call log field analytics. For example, if you wanted to click on one of these fields here and actually be able to break down your logs by the values there, you can click Add Field to Log Fields pane, and by doing so, this will rerun a new search here. This search will then add this value, which you selected, which is the request path here, and then the values for each of these, and then the number of logs that are contained here. So this makes it easy to break down the list of values here. The other, for example, if we want to do the same thing for the request method, you can click Add Fields to Log pane, and by breaking it down by the request method, you'll see the various types of request methods. Here, we see one or the other. This makes it really easy to select the values of the fields. For example, if you wanted to look at only the posts, you can see that there are 2 requests within this time frame, the last 15 minutes, and we can see them on the histogram here. And we can see that we've updated the search here to include this category here. So if we wanted to remove that, we can remove that category as well. One other thing to mention is that there not only is it JSON payload fields, it's any field that isn't already located there. So for example, the resource types are reflected already here in the logs pane, but things in the labels are not. For example, so if you wanted to display the pod name in this particular log entry, you can click that or use any of these labels. Any of the fields that are already populated will appear here with the values associated with them. You can also control the view in the Logs Explorer by selecting the log fields or histogram from the page layout. For example, deselecting log fields then hides that, and deselecting the histogram allows you to focus on just your logs. When you need the log fields and the histogram back, you can add each back independently. Using log field analytics, you can more easily analyze your logs and troubleshoot any of your application or infrastructure issues. Thanks for watching. To learn more about log field analytics and cloud logging, please check out the links to our blog post as well as our documentation in the description below.